don't even know what it is.
It's a quince.
What kind of fruit is it?
It's a pome. P-O-M-E. Related to the apples and the pears.
Okay.
But actually, it's super duper hard. Feel it. It's very hard, and you can't eat it raw.
Oh.
It's also fuzzy and kind of unappetizing, really, in this state. But here's the magic, okay? So there's the quince. And my mom sends me 2 boxes every year of this.
Does she
From
grow
Oregon.
it? I forget.
It's grown on our family's farm in Oregon.
Cool.
Okay, so I'll show you some different iterations. So then, and every year I try to cook the quince and generally succeed and fail multiple times, and it's just this beautiful dance. Okay, but because one of the tricks is that quince has this alchemy where it turns red with heat and with sugar. But somehow not always the same amount, and you don't always seem to do the same recipe twice. Okay, so these are my 2 iterations. This one turned out like, I was trying to make poached quince that was the pretty red color. Instead what I got was sort of an applesauce version made of quince that's not red at all, but tastes pretty good. And then this one I slightly overcooked, which is why it's kind of murky looking. And I used sugar in this and honey in that, so I think the sugar made this slightly redder, and the pieces stayed more unified, but you know, it basically looks really unappetizing. Wow. But I'll show you what the real, so I brought my commercial membrillo quince paste, very traditional product in Spain. You have this with like manchego or something like that. And this is like, if you want to babysit the quince pot all day, it should turn into that. And you have to sieve it and do a bunch of other stuff and then dry it slowly in the oven, and it's like, I did that one year and you can only eat so much quince paste.
Oh,
so then
yeah.
I gave up on that. Last year I did quince vodka and it gives me such a headache, I decided not to do that this year.
Oh.
The best thing from last year was the poached quince for the oatmeal. So you keep it in the fridge.
Dude.
And so I tried to do it, and I had one batch that turned out, and then these 2 batches, I think I just did 2, like whenever you're processing fruit, you really don't want to do like a massive batch. You want to do a smaller batch. Because it's just hard to control the variables once you get into the big Dutch oven versus the 4-cup pot. So those are my inputs on authentic. This is extreme, authentic food interaction and this is also so like awesome. A total pioneer fruit, because you kind of, it's really hardy. It's, you know, they last in the fridge for a really long time. I mean, they're like apples, you know.
How is it interacting with climate change?
So I was just interested because, sort of like the dandelion, pioneers brought things with them that they knew were, I assume, easy to grow and, you know, kind of useful. I mean, I'm sure that I have never even looked at the health benefits, but I think it's like chock-a-block with antioxidants or something, you know. But my great-grandmother planted this tree that this quince is from in 1920 in Canby, Oregon, at the farm that they have there. And she brought it over from Eastern Oregon, where they homesteaded.
Wow!
From whatever piece of land they had there, and then they traded that with the dairy guy, or I don't know what they did. But anyway, so she brought a twig with her, basically, and planted the twig from the tree out there. So I don't know where the tree originated, if it was, I don't think it's like a native Oregon tree. You know, but you know, people in Australia, there are a lot of, it's a very British thing. I think there's a lot of vitamin C